we got to bring together. And I see she got a lot going on down there when she moving out through there. uh, Ladies and gentlemen, as we talk about this stuff, and you talk about people connecting people and different things like this. One thing about this young lady, she stays on social media. She stays networking with everybody. She stays talking to everybody, and it's a good thing to always have that one bridge in a lot of things because a lot of us didn't have access to each other, didn't know about each other in some aspects of it. And then when you have somebody genuinely doing this because she loves doing it, she loves people, she loves the network of people, and she takes this business very serious. And when she makes those calls, man, it's with a hey, this is going on. We like to even be a part of it. What are you gonna do? So without further ado, man, I call her the bridge in the gap. Through this, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you, Miss Brandy Specs herself. Come
The
on,
one and only
the one and
Yo,
only Brandy Specs.
thank you.
Brandy.
What's up? Hey.
What's going on, Brandy?
Oh, I can't call it. What's the deal?
Oh man, we here. We actually shout out YouTube. We are actually tonight we're on YouTube because there's a big growth that's going over there. So shout out to YouTube on there. To everybody that's getting ready to join us over there. Let's do this, man. Hey, man, take us through this process, man. Don't miss the bus. Like, what was the premise behind this, and what was it that you wanted people to take from this film?
If I'm being honest, when I with this particular film, like I came up with the name first. That's kind of like really backwards. I don't think Brandy noticed. I don't think Sosa noticed. I don't think anybody really noticed. But I came up with the name. Like the name came to me like I say like 2 years ago or something like that. I was looking at my notes last week. I was like, damn man, I really thought of this name like 2 years ago, and I just built on top of it. So any movie that I do subconsciously, like I kind of pull from my life. So I don't want to tell the story, but you know, there's a little bit of my life in the story. Subconsciously, that's just how I write. But I just want people to understand, you know, like speaking up for the people that don't get recognized a lot, right? You know what I'm saying? The
Right.
single mothers out there is kind of forgotten about, you know what I mean? And uh that's like the main part for me, right? You know what I'm saying? The single mothers. And if we can connect to those and give uh recognition to a single mother, I think that's what if we can accomplish that, we're in a good space.
Got you. So, and it's crazy because the premise of man, when you talk about that thing with the struggle, uh, cool. So, I want to ask you this too.
And to
And
add to
then,
that too, Corey, I'm
go ahead,
sorry, but to add to that
go ahead.
too, I actually, when I wrote the script, after I figured out the name and I wrote this script, I was thinking about Brandy the whole time. And I was like, man, if I can write, because I'm familiar with her strengths and her talent and all that stuff there, when I wrote it, I said, man, if I can somehow get Brandy Specs in this movie, I'll be in good shape because I know she can play this role, and I think I pulled from places that I think that she could execute well. So I kind of wrote the script for her on the cool.
That's crazy because I was that was gonna be my next sketch. When you go into after doing this, how do you go into casting? What do you say? Because I talk to a lot of producers and writers, and one of the things they go in and say, sometimes when they're writing, they see the people they're writing in there. So, really, when you're talking about casting and seeing people and just having people in mind, is that how you base all your characters, or you just kind of see them as they go?
I think I see them as far as uh like like for you, your character. I wanted him to be a tall, dark brother. I want him to be imposing. So when he walked into the house, he was imposing. When he just a big guy. So it
Yeah.
was easy when she brought you up. It was easy kind of when I saw you, and I said, man, he's definitely gonna work. But all the other characters, I think, kind of have an idea of what they kind of look like. You know what I'm saying? And then kind of moving like that. But Brandon was for sure who was wrote for, and then the kid, I kind of had a kid in mind already. Uh, Writing is kind of fickle when it comes to kids, of course, because you don't know how well they're gonna execute if they're not a seasoned professional. But uh, Yeah, man, and just an idea of who the character is. You know.
Gotcha. OP, I want to ask you this question, man, because I think we don't talk about enough about the people who have to take the vision, make the vision come to life, and when creating that vision, what are some of the things as a DP that you consider first before even taking a project, and once you take that project, what are the next steps for you to make that project come to life?
Man, so one of the most important things prior to shooting a project for sure is, talk, just kind of getting an understanding of the story. You want to go ahead and read the script and kind of play it out how you want to shoot it. Kind of style you're gonna go with, and get as much as information from the director as you can. And the way I work is, reading the story, and once I see the locations, I can kind of play it out.
Right.
And damn hype, look.
And it's just
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's great to have
Yeah,
all
man.
these.
So just working with people, working with hype. He's a great director, man, and I'll tell you that. And just working with him and Jeremy and people like Brandy, it just makes it a lot easier on my end. You know what I'm saying? So there was a lot of times on set where I had to kind of back up, and Jeremy, he was the first AD, and I'd be like, hey, bro, you know, I kind of need a backbone, and he'd be there for me and stuff. So I'm still coming up on the DP game, and I appreciate hype for allowing me to, you know, direct the second movie. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
word on the block is, the one DP in and he'll never come back. You feel me? So
Ah,
nah, but I'm just messing with you, man. He brought me back. He brought me back, and we made some magic happen, man. Believe it or not, I watched the whole film twice, and we got a bad one coming, man. Hype did his thing. He put a lot of hours on the back end, editing every day. So the man did a great job. I'll tell you that. So he's a great editor, a great director, a great writer. So I can't wait for y'all to see the film. I wish we could drop it ASAP. But we got to wait till the summer, man.
gotcha.
But I don't do good with podcasts and stuff. But I just want to say, man, it was a great project, and uh, everybody that was on that film, we all started somewhere, and just to see hype and all of us coming up just from like the first project, because we all just started recently working with each other. So it's
Right.
already been like a couple years already. So just to
Mhm.
see
Yep.
where we was all 2-3 years ago, it's a
Yeah,
blessing.
you started
But
turning into Megatron at the end of there. It is. Miss Bridge of the Gap. That's what I call you. I just hit the other day with a random text out the blue, like, "Yo, what's up?" Hey, I said, "I ain't one of them. I'm just checking on people out there." Uh, Brandy, you're not only light skinned, right? But your light is light skinned. And I think that speaks volumes for a lot of it, because when you talk about people being beautiful inside and out and what this business is, because we know this business can be very cutthroat. We know this business can be very
yeah.
politic. We know the business can be very cultivated with people just sticking to certain things. I don't think nobody gets that energy from you. And my question being in this moment is, what inspires Brandy to be that person that it is in everybody's inbox, on everybody's page, that is trying to connect with everybody and link people up and bring people in this Dallas Houston connection? What inspired that thing to come out of you and just really be about doing
Wow. Um, I guess just from loving this, like I just love all aspects of what we do. From all different avenues, from in front of the camera, behind the camera, seeing my people make it, seeing my people make connections and steady working with each other and love. Like especially when I talk somebody up and when I brag about somebody and the people are kind of like, man, I don't know. And I'm like, hey, I'm just telling you, I vouch for this person. And then they end up linking up and now they inseparable. I just love just all of us. I don't even want to say all of us working together, but just trying to make the most out of what we have. Like what the cards what we dealt and making the best out of what we are handed.
it? Gotcha.
I
And I
don't
think
know.
that's very important, because when you talk about you being the middle ground for saying to a hype, "Hey, I think you should sue this person," and then hype and trusting in that, and then the person you're going, "Hey, I told this person about you. You should come in." Now, two people are sitting on both sides of the coin trying to
Yeah.
honor this moment,
Yeah.
because hype is like, yo, okay, I'm gonna trust you on this.
Yeah.
And you know, when you're producing something, you want to bring something and say, man, I hope this person really likes what we're doing. And then the other end is like, ah, dog, I gotta go perform for this person.
Yes.
Then I gotta make sure I represent for Brandy because he has vouched for me. You know what I mean?
Yes. Because I
So
don't vouch for everybody, because I cannot vouch for everybody. So
right. So that thing is a very serious thing to do. But we on both sides of the towns from D to H, we appreciate the Brandy Specks of the world. They're very much needed. Because like I said, man, when you go into both cities, and we both all have our problems with things that go on, beefs and all these things. One of the things you talk about is everybody feeling cliquish and nobody wants to share it, and everybody wants to gatekeep everything.
gatekeep. Yep.
So when you find somebody who's outside the perspective of thinking about that and saying, well, I'm gonna galvanize everybody, I think we honor that in there. So let's move into this, man. Let's talk a little bit about the movie, man, and what set was like and all those things. We're in Houston, Texas. It's going down. First of all, let me tell y'all, I don't know who did the call sheet. I think I text you hype and I told you, hey man, I understand the shit out of this call sheet. like this call sheet is pretty dope. I get it. Because I know when we first talked about, we was talking about those 10 days, how it was gonna work out. I appreciate it. Y'all worked it out. We got done on that, man. What do you when you people come to your set, man? What is that feeling you want people to have walking up on your set, man?
Man, I just want people to come to work. You know what I mean? I just want straight up, man. I just want people to come to work. That's it, bro. You know what I mean? Like it's and I hate to sound like that, right? I want people to come to work, but I want people to
work clean.
And work clean. That's the main thing, man. If you can come to work and you can work clean, and you know, whether it's crew or talent, right? I want talent to become the character, right? I don't want you to act. I want you to become the character. I want to really see, you know, if somebody got to talk different, you know what I mean? In a performance, just to perform and really kind of get in the bag of, you know, we can control their face. I want people to be able to be ready to learn in any aspect, because one thing about me, Cory, is I'm going to leave the set every day and I'm going to think about what I learned. Right, you know what I'm saying? What I learned from you, what I learned from Brandy, what I learned from Sosa, the PAs, the grips, whoever, the gaffers, whoever. The fucking location. Excuse my language. The location places, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna think about what I learned. So being willing to be a space, it don't matter. You know, I ain't gonna say it don't matter how long you've been in the game, because of course I wouldn't, you know, look at somebody like a Denzel and say, man, you coming to set trying to learn something, but even in that sense, somebody can learn something from anybody, right? Yeah. You know, so just coming to work and being ready to work clean and be creative, man. And let's do something we ain't never done before. I like to challenge people because I like to challenge myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how we grow. You know, no pain, no gain. We're not gonna grow out of comfortability. We're gonna grow out of being suffocated like a seed. You know what I mean? And we gotta water it, and it's gonna sprout up. So, you know.
Hey, man.
Having that type of mindset.
Come on, Shabbat, hallelujah. Brandy, what? Brandy like she on CNN right now. Brandy, when you go into the set, what do you like most about set, and what are your expectations of going on people's set?
What I like most about set, I'll say it on the acting side, being on talent. I love being somebody else. And that's how I got into acting, actually. Just being a different person. I like making it believable. I like the atmosphere that people bring. When people come with good energy to set, when you are allowed to bring your character to life, when you're allowed to like how Hype says he wants you to become the character. When you are allowed to become the character, like I like to ask questions and, hey, can my character do this? And they say, you make the character your own. So when I'm able to do that on set, when I'm able to have the space to do that, when you have good scene partners, when the crew is, I don't even want to say on one accord, but when everybody, like how Hype say, come to set working together, like it's nothing like a well-oiled machine. You know, the machine might have a few kinks, but for the most part, we come there to work and everybody come to do their job. That's what I like. Let's get to work.
Gotcha. And I commend the set because my day one we did the house scene. And people, let me tell y'all, because this movie is a bit about struggle, right? So, and what we've been doing lately, when you look at things from all the movies just coming from Texas, period, is we have really been telling these stories with the aesthetics of the looks of the movie. So I want to mind y'all that we're in this small place with a whole lot of people. And sometimes those moments can get very irritating when a lot of things are moving. But one thing that I said, and I said it hype, I said the one thing I preached, even when it got late at night, like nobody, you just didn't see nobody just lose and go frustrated. Even when we had the moment where we realized we can't even film no more tonight. We can't even film no more. We don't have a card. It's gonna take 3 hours with this card alone.
That's a horrible feeling.
It was the initial look on Hype face. Just hold on, y'all. Hold on.
And then you feel bad because you want to get it done.
Yeah, because now comes this conversation of there's this shot that we need to give, and then there's this other take that we need, and so now he's like, I mean, man, we can just take the scooter and bring it down this way, and then you start thinking of alternative measures, but in your head you like, we gotta have a shot. It ain't going. I could do some stuff to adjust it. Like, I want you to answer to that when you think about those things, because we had the conversation. Because I was like, listen, I need to stay. What goes through your mind? Say what, Brady?
He said, "Can you stay?"
For a minute, we were just, man, listen. Like if you
that
went
was
back,
a DP fault, by the way. DP fault, by the way.
I take some of the blame because I should have.
That's my brother, though. That's my brother, though. We good.
It was
a bad motherfucker.
Hey, OP, it was just the look in his face when everything was confirmed that this shot wasn't going to happen like this tonight. The look on his face was, I just need a minute. I just need a minute. Sad. It was this baby ain't really yours look on his face. I just give me a minute. So the card. Yeah, I should have brought my other laptop. Hey Cory.
Where's your computer? Where's your computer? I ain't bring it.
Randy!
Why you didn't bring it?
But to commend, like again, the energy stayed to where nobody lost it. There was no anger. It was we gotta figure this out. So let's ask the 5 questions that need to happen. Are you gonna drive back home and come back?
Yeah.
Or you just gonna stay?
To know the answer to that. We got to know if that's
that became the $1 million question. Are you gonna stay or you going back? Which one? Yeah, I was like, listen, brother, we need a shot. We need to stay. We gonna get it. It was, but it's moments like that when it happens that people don't understand. Because I know Hype, you see it. OP, you see it. Brandy, I know you definitely see it. People are saying, how do I get in? What do I do? How do I get in? And most folks don't understand that process right there to get to our progress, because they see the posters, they see the trailers, they see the red carpets, and they go, oh my God, I want to do it. But they don't know them nights like that when it was like 12? Was it 12 at the 20?
Pretty late, yeah.
It was pretty late. And you're trying to figure out what we about to do with this shot situation. And now, if that happens, you got to adjust to moving the next day, moving some other shots around, because you got to come back into a situation that you already probably didn't plan, but now this is a flip. So describe that thing when people are hitting y'all, and I'll start with you, Hype, and talking about getting this business, and you're trying to get them to understand this piece for new people, because we have a lot of new listeners that are trying to get into the game. What advice would you give them in understanding moments like that?
So from coming in from what standpoint, though, as a producer?
I'm trying to get in business. I want to be an actor. I want to come in and be an actor. You know what I'm saying? Because and then you speak to the writers too, because I got like 5 writers that are trying to figure this out.
Mm-hmm. So what the writers, just make sure you know how to structure a script. That's the main thing for me. I'm not goddamn John Singleton yet, but I'm on my way. But I'm not gonna read no script, brother, that's not structured correctly. I'm just not gonna do it. It's just like I was telling Brandy earlier. It's just like back in the day when people used to give you mixtapes, and if it ain't mixed right, if it ain't, you know what I'm saying, I'm throwing it out the window first 15, 20 seconds into the track. The same thing with a script. If it ain't structured right, I'm not gonna waste my time trying to read and understand a script that ain't formatted and structured correctly. As far as an actor, the same thing that people always say, come, you be an extra or something like that, right? But and see if you like it and all that. But you know, like, what are you really trying to do?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what
Right.
are you really? Are you really trying to find a career path for the rest of your life? Because acting is something that you can do from a child to the day that you die. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna always need an old person. You always need a young person. You always, you know what I mean? So you can act all your life. What are you gonna do? Like, what's the goal with what you're doing? If you just trying to come in and do something as a hobby, just be an background actor. You know, and kind of stay out the way, take some instructions, and be okay with that. But you know, in real life, if you're not trying to pursue this thing and really try to have this thing, because all of us, we're a little bit older. This it for me. I ain't got time to try another career. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? This it for me from here on out. Lord say the same. You know what I mean? So if you really want to do it, you know, ask yourself if this what you actually want to do. If you don't, get out the way.
Brandy, I dropped that thing over to you.
I my main thing for actors is to remain humble. Like, you come in this game, make, like you said, make sure this is what you really want to do, because we got long hours, you got long commitment, you got rehearsals. If it's some stunts involved, Cory know, you might really get hurt with a headbutt, like doing stunts. Being in close proximities with other actors, having intimate scenes, you got to determine, you know, what you gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept, what type of rate of pay you gonna accept, what you're not gonna accept, what kind of training are you willing to put yourself in, like how long are you gonna be trying to, are you gonna have your lines memorized? Some movie sets you work on, they want you to be off book by a certain time. Like, they want you, hey, we got first rehearsal, you need to know all your lines, you need to put that paper down. It's just, what are you willing to do? Are you willing to study? And I don't mean study lines, but I mean study different actors. Who's your favorite actor? You watch different movies, you check in people, you know, how they bring a character to life, what steps that they take. Are they method actors? Are you gonna be a method actor? Like, it's just so many different layers to it, but people have to stay grounded, and you have to stay true to yourself, and you can't try to, you know, dim somebody else's light to make your light shine brighter. That's not how it's gonna happen. What's meant for you is gonna be for you. I know a lot of actors get discouraged when they don't get roles, when they don't book roles. I've auditioned 100 times and haven't gotten 100 roles, but then you might get the 101, like you might get the 101st role. If you really want to do it, you have to stay committed, you have to stay dedicated, and you gotta have a lot of faith. That's the other thing, having a lot of faith, having patience. You got to be willing to want to do it for free, because people just think all of a sudden they see you on the screen that you know, this big bank account or something. Nah, it's a lot of jobs I took for free.
You talk about $500.
It's, yeah, like y'all don't know what, like, we got side jobs, we got odd jobs. Sometimes I'll be a production assistant. I don't want to be a production assistant, but you have to supplement your income. I'm a substitute teacher sometimes, supplement my income, but I'm still making sure I'm still working on my craft. If I'm not acting, I'm on set. If I'm not on set, I'm reading the script. If I'm not reading the script, I'm writing the script. It's just like to me, it's like a never ending cycle, a circle, but it's like, how much do you want it? And I know that I want it. If anybody, other actors are coming into it, how much do you want it? And again, don't talk down on other people to try to make yourself look better. That's something I just dealt with recently. That is one of the worst things people can do, trying to come into this game. Either old heads or people trying to get into this game. Seriously.
Right.
And you know, one thing too, I want to piggyback on what Brandon said, that you don't skip no steps. You can't skip no steps. That's one thing Slim Thug said a while ago. This was a few years back. I never forget. I went to his house, and you know, but they don't even matter. This was like years and years and years ago. But like, you can't skip no steps. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't come in and thinking that you owed a lead role in a movie and you don't have any experience. Let's just be honest here, right? Because I can go call somebody that been doing this thing for several years and get experience. You think because you maybe you're attractive, or you know, you got a lot of followers or something like that. I'll respect to that. I'll do respect to that, but that has nothing to do with how you can perform for an audience that really cares about their performance. quite frankly, because one thing too, Cory, I'm gonna say this and then I'm gonna let you go. Right, I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Go.
But look, it's one thing. I think movies are one thing that everybody has in common, right? At this point in time in our life, we are professional movie watchers, right? Everybody in the world, I think, have. I mean, it's a large percentage of people. I mean, I want to say 100% of people have watched a movie before, and that's like one thing that everybody ain't been to a basketball game. Everybody ain't played a PlayStation 5. But we've been watching movies since we were little kids, right? So you got to respect the craft in that way. So when somebody come in and they ain't never acting, and they think they can get on the screen and get in the film and just take off and just think that everything is, well, I can just do it. No, you might think that it's like that, but it's not. You can't just step into this arena and think that you're gonna be a Hall of Fame player. You got to pay your dues and not skip any steps.
And I think that a lot of people are guilty of that. They come in and now they confuse it with, oh, somebody said, hello, he said what he said. And they do. Because I have a program up here where I help people get an understanding of how to get into business. And I'll take some people that come in and then they'll just run and now they're ready to shoot a short film and do it all that. And they just skip so many steps. Because people ask me all the time, hey, why are you? Because there's some things I still need to put in perspective before I jump out on that rope and that ledge. There's some things, other things I'm still studying, I'm learning, and I'm asking questions about. Because when I step out there, I want to be able to have everything in this place, put the right people in their lanes and all that, and then move forward as these things are happening. So my baby steps to it is now we're shooting these series within my program, and I'm learning some things through there. And just when it's time to step out there, I'm coming out there, Thundercat. Oh!
Come on now.
Yeah, I'm coming out there, blazing, bang, bang, I'm here, pow, pow. Right? I'm hitting them right in the mouth. But y'all both touched on some very, very, very key points of this, man. And again, people try to skip the process to get to the progress because most people come in and they see what we do and they want to go to Houston and travel and tell you to pay them $4 million to do a film, and they ain't even said the Easter speech right last Sunday when they went to church. You know what I'm saying? And I tell my people this all the time. Our business is one of the only businesses in the world that we can get caught lying in the beginning of it. Because if nobody believes in what we're doing, then we're not telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't work on that, becoming a performer, and I tell them all the time, being popular is one thing, but you know what's even better? Being a great performer that's popular. You know, that will keep you on the job. Because being popular just gets you in the movie because you can bring attention to our movie. We'll put you in the ice cream parlor and get people to be attracted. But when you can perform, you got a chance on becoming as principal or a supporting role that really has an impact in this movie. And now both the popularity and the performance helps put you in a position. Now move the needle on things. And even like Brandy was talking, your daily rates. Like people confuse their work with their worth. They think because they've done 28 backgrounds now, they think they've done 3 principal roles and they think they got a couple leads. Now that the market value has changed for them. And I'm like, yo, it don't really work like that. It don't really work. Do your homework to really understand. There's a difference between your work and your worth. Because you can do all the work in the world and have no value to anything.
That's right.
You can do the right work and find out that your worth can be elevated and become more valuable than people. A person could come in and do 2 movies and do the right thing and become more valuable than a person that's done 22 movies.
You're talking really good, brother.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to get people to really understand that. You know what I mean? Because they don't really understand that thing. You know what I'm saying? And I wish there was a behind the scene things that we could do for people like sets like yours and other people that I've worked on when these things are happening. Because everything ain't always going to go right. What are you going to be like? What is your character going to stand like? And how are you still going to perform when it don't go right? We got to go into the middle of the night. Like, how do you hold up there? What are you standing there? Oh, we got to add an extra day. And you weren't planning to be there an extra day. What are you going to do? Exactly. Are you going to walk away? You know what I mean? So I think these are the conversations that are happening now, and the people like you all that are expressing this stuff, that people that are coming in that are hearing this and going, okay, this is what I need to do. Yeah. Go intern some.
Yeah.
Go intern some and learn.
Yes.
It's not easy, man. It's a fun job, but it's not, it's not easy. It's not rocket science and it ain't brain surgery, but it ain't easy for the uncreative, right? You know what I mean? If you can't, I don't know, man. I take it. I enjoy the process of making a movie, and I take it serious. You know what I mean? And just trying to see how much you really care just as an actor, as a performer? How much do you really care about this character? How much do you really care about this movie that we're doing? Right. And furthermore, how much do you really care about your own legacy? Right. What do you think? What do you care about leaving on this earth? You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna come and you're not gonna prepare, you're not gonna be ready, you're not gonna put your best foot forward and try to be the best person that you can be in any and everything that you do, you kind of need to reevaluate some things, right? But you know, if you ready, if you're gonna come in that joke and do what you need to do and take care of your business, work clean, and you know what I'm saying, bring it to the table and impress Cory and Brandon, man, you know what I'm saying, you own something.
Speaking of that, hot seat, Brandy, what can get an actor on the Brandy do not fly list anymore? What are some things that
not being prepared, not being prepared, not being prepared, being late, being rude, being unprofessional. I think that's and then not knowing them lines. I think which is part of not being prepared, but not knowing them lines. Is you'd have the script a month, 2 months. I've heard a lot of people say, I've only had the script 5 days. I only had it 2 weeks. Well, I guess you don't know how to record your lines and listen to it while you washing dishes, while you working out, while you driving, while you cleaning the house. I don't know. It's just a way to memorize those lines, and maybe just not the industry for you. But time is money and money is time. Not memorizing them lines is one surefire way. And just being unprofessional, being nasty, having a nasty attitude on set.
Right.
And then people who don't know how to act, who can't act. Like
that's the part we don't talk about.
I'll be on set and they'll do them lines and do that scene, and they'll say cut, and I was the person I say never again.
Can we stick there for just about 5 minutes?
We can stick there for as long as you want to,
because I think that is an element of conversation that's an elephant in the room that we don't really poke at, because we know.
Wait, I'm sorry, Cory. Let me use the word act. Because some people say perform and not act, like don't act. So being able to be believable as the character. Let me say that. Okay, now.
Man, amen. Yes. The person that people can believe, because every movie ain't good and every performance ain't good. Now, because I've been open about it. There was a movie I did. I should have not done it. I wasn't in the space to do it. I did it. I did a horrible job. But we know the circle of people. Huh?
That's what I drive. What movie?
Mojo Savage. I played the uncle in there. I was
on Tubi.
Tubi. So the movie's dope because it's got Cory Pratt in there. It's got some people. It's a musical. It's a music based movie.
You just were happy with your performance.
Yeah, I was. I even apologized to the executive producer. He was like, "Man, I didn't." I said, "No, I didn't do it justice."
I understand.
I should have not done the movie. I was in a bad space, all that. But I don't think we have enough element of that conversation happening when you are not performing or being believable. You know what I'm saying? To every even movie not being really good movies, or the actors not really, really good actors in there. And I say this because remember, the list thing came out a while back, and it was in Dallas. It was a whole big old thing.
I remember that.
Right. The list came out, and that started a whole.
Because I follow a lot of Dallas people, so I be seeing a lot of the stuff that y'all be posting.
Lord Jesus. I told them this, and this was the thing I come back and said. I said, the only reason we're affected by the list because we got access to the people that are making the list. And we feel like, well, what you know about the list? I said, because again, when you go to Tubi and they put their list up, nobody has a problem with it because you don't have access to those people that are making it. You take more aspect and value.
For the most part.
Yeah. What I'm saying is when we see the list, no Dallas actor goes over there and get on the person like, oh, Brandy shouldn't be on that list. They don't, why she on there and I ain't on there? You know what I'm saying? Because
that part, yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? But when we locally make the list out of Dallas or Houston and we put our top 5 people, now it's a hate attached to it. That's a personal thing. Because it's access. Relationships sometimes ruin the ability for us to express the opinions that we have in our mind.
That's true.
Because the relationship builds an expectation that we feel that people should have, and when you don't have it or express it in a way I should, then hype is hating on me. How's hype gonna put Marvin over me? Goddamn. But if I didn't know hype, and hype was in Atlanta, and
That's
he
right.
dropped that same list and put Marvin on that list, I wouldn't say nothing.
That's
I'd be trying to get in Hype's foresight for him to put me on the list.
This is all facts.
I digress.
You can take off, Brandon, because I'm not familiar with the list.
But it's a thing, man, because Tubi drops these lists of their top favorite actors. Brandy's been on that list several times. I've made the list a few times. A lot of people we know that we're accessible right here in the Dallas and H-Town market have made that list. But I'm saying nobody gets mad at that list because everybody's like, oh shit, I'm on the list. And then all the Tubi fans go, my favorite. And then a lot of times we'll see each other on there and we'll tag each other. You know what I'm saying? If the list comes up, we'll tag. Because I think Brandy and was it you, Tika, and somebody, it was not too long ago, there was a list. And I was like, yo, these are my crush type thing. And so, but if we take that same list and Hype puts that out in Houston, people got a problem with it because the people that have access now think you just hate me.
Sure.
But that's crazy. Or they think you playing favorites. That's crazy.
Playing favorites. Click.
But that's why I like when it was a distinction saying, hey, favorite is different from like the top. Like I can say who the top are, but these are my favorites. How you gonna tell people who they favorites and who they not their favorites? Like if I got a favorite food,
right?
If my favorite food is seafood, how you gonna tell me no? Your favorite food should be Italian. Like people do that. Like, humans do that so much. People are so into their feelings and they so pick me. I want to be popular. I want attention that you can't even let people express how they feel on their own page. It's crazy to me.
It's very crazy. It's crazy.
It's a mental illness.
It's a mental illness.
It is.
All right. I want to talk about this. I don't want you to get away before we talk about this. I want to talk about the scene on the highway. And the reason I want to talk about that, because somebody asked me the other day about how we do outside activities in films. And I tell them, man, sometimes it's crazy, especially if we can't control the environment of it. So for some of my listeners, because I see some of them down here, talk about creating an environment in the scene that you don't have control over. And I'm speaking when we did the car scenes and stuff, and we was on the road trying to block the road off and make the turns, bag up, come back around. Man, can you speak to people that are curious about how that works?
So in a perfect world, you want to have some permits, you know what I'm saying? But in, man, you can block off some streets, right? Yeah. And some of these worlds that we in, and we kind of got to do our guerrilla thing, but, man, it's going to be rough sometimes. That's all I'm going to say. It's going to be rough sometimes. It's just gonna be rough, man. It's gonna be rough. The sound gonna be kind of not the way you want it, because you gotta wait for cars to pass by. You gotta hold what they call it, holding for sound. You gotta
holding for sound.
You gotta, there's just a lot of just different stuff like that. But like you say, in a perfect world, which we'll be migrating to here soon, because we great filmmakers, we great actors, great talents, and different things like that. We'll migrate into the space where we'll be able to get these permits and block off streets and block off whole neighborhoods, or be inside of studios and things like that, so we don't have those type of issues, and we can do whatever we want to do. But of course, it's challenging. But it's adaptability. How do you got to get what you need to get, and you got to do it in a timely fashion. You got to get it done, and you got to, what I'm saying, as long as everybody on the crew and on the cast understand the obstacles that's at hand, because if somebody that ain't never acted before, they come on to a set and they getting irritated because they ain't never been on a set before. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are we're conscious of this, and we, what I'm saying, let's wait for these cars. But they sitting around, man, what we waiting on?
Yeah,
we waiting on these 12 cars to pass by, and this bus and this tractor to pass by. You know what I'm saying? But you just adapt and keep on rolling, man, and find a way to get what you need to get, and do the best that you can.
Yeah, I get. No, Emperor, you can't join, man. We doing a live conversation tonight. This ain't for the public. We talking.
Like, let him come on.
We're gonna come on here and try to sabotage you. I don't know who this is.
No. Let him make it. Dude.
Yeah. What I know we had June. Do we have an official date in June?
We don't have an official date yet, but June is gonna be a busy month. But we're gonna have a premiere down here, and I hope you can be able to come. I want to be able to give you your flowers, brother, because you came down here. You were extremely professional. I can't. I'm kind of lost in words, and I can't find the words really to describe, your attitude, your demeanor, your performances, your willingness and ability to accept the direction that I did have to give, because I didn't have to give a lot of direction at this point. I'm the type of director myself. I don't want to just have once somebody got the performances down. Shit, let's just have some fun. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Y'all might not know that, but I'm thinking in my head, let's have some fun. Man, can you give it to me this way? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
can you give it to me this way? Okay. And you know what I mean? Just getting different variations. But, man, you did a hell of a job. I'm extremely grateful and indebted to Brandy for bringing you on to the project and you coming down and just being a pleasure to work with, man. It was awesome. It really was.
Thank you. And that's the thing. A couple things stuck in my head, man, is once Brandy made the referral and you accept it, now I need to make Brandy word stick. 2, didn't want to be on Brandy's not fly list anymore. I had to do that. But like again, when you just walk into an unpleasant environment, everybody's just enjoying themselves. We're getting the work done, but it doesn't feel like the work right now. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, man, the one thing I want to do is, what is your vision? Because we had the conversation. Hey,
Sure.
what do you? I read through this. What do you want? Here's what I've seen. What else do you want? And then just kind of when you was giving those notes, like, is that what you wanted? Okay, cool. All right, that's what you wanted. So those things, man. I think as an artist, I don't think that's hard to do when you're bringing somebody's vision to life. Is to go and be studious. You know what I mean? Learn, being able to adapt, as you say, because we can expect that something's going to go wrong.
Right.
We pray that it don't, but we can expect. And then when you're carrying somebody else's name based on their word, you have to stand and honor that. You know what I'm saying? Because
Sure.
now at the end of the day, I was texting Brandon, was like, yo, I'm just trying to make sure I don't mess your name up with your word. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate y'all because the set was very fun and a lot of good energy. Man, it was just a pleasure to work on, and just be a part of that process and do something I felt different in. You know what I mean? Because I did the creep, but in this moment, and I've told you what I felt about how that whole thing is going to be. I can't wait for people to see, because I think the character I got a chance to play, people are going to hate him. They're gonna have mixed emotions about what they feel about it, and I think that's really, really cool. And trying to pull something off like that, I don't think it's just an easy task. But when you're coming together and you have the right scene partners, you have great direction, you got the right energy and the chemistry out there, I think it helps project you toward that way. So I thank you. I thank Brandy. I think the environment that y'all encompassed for me to walk into coming in out of town.
No, for sure. And I also want to tell Brandy thank you publicly for coming in. Also doing just an amazing job. Always a pleasure to work with. We've done several films together. You're a special person. You know what I mean? And I mean that in every way possible.
First of all,
just
don't
let
give
me
me
tell
no
you.
backhanded ass compliment.
Now you're a special person, man. No, but you're extremely talented, and I'm excited for people to see you in a role that's a little bit different from anything that you've played, right? A lot of times we do films that are I feel like we glorify the upper echelons, if we would, of the Black community, which is fine. I love that, right? But at the same time, there's a forgotten audience. And there's a story that needs to be told from a different perspective. I come from that environment, right? You know what I mean? I grew up watching, John Singleton make movies and tell stories from a perspective of to an audience of people that are underserved, right? So being able to see you in that particular role as a single mother, working a dead-end job, you know what I'm saying, with a little boy, that's a latchkey kid that got to go home by herself and unlock the door by herself, and nobody's home, and mama got to work late, and you know, she's just trying to survive, and she go to a job. The job shitty. She got this guy, uh, you know, a friend of a baby daddy that passed away, and he really, you know, want to get with her and things like that, and she really got to kind of do what she got to do because the light bill $300, right? You know, the light bill $300 because she behind a couple of months. She been getting these extensions, and she need to pay this light bill, and a guy come over and, you know, pay us some money for give us some money for the
what?
light bill, you know, and being understanding the kid in that environment, right? You know what I'm saying? Because the kid know that's not my daddy. You know what I mean? I can hear stuff going on in the bedroom. Like, I want to speak to not only, you know, those children, but those parents, those mothers, that community, those type of people, and having the opportunity to see you in that, and see even Cory in a different light, and seeing Marvin in a different light, Marvin Young in a different light.
Yep.
I think it's cool, man. I think it's kind of like it's I don't even want to say pushing the envelope a little bit, but it's different for the characters, right? It's different for y'all in y'all career, giving y'all something different in y'all portfolio. Fuck how good it do, right? Of course we want it to do great, but I really believe I have a great appreciation in trying to just create something that's different, you know, and kind of outside of the status quo. And I think we did that with this picture.
Brandy?
Thank you, Hype, for the opportunity. When Hype first told me about the movie, I was excited. I was ready to dive into the role. And then you kind of resonate a little bit. You take from your own story, you take from your own personal experiences, being a single mother, having to work all the time. My son does that now. You know, he come home, I make sure he got something to eat, he by himself, making sure he locked the door, don't come to the door, certain things. And Hype actually wanted me to try to Hype. What did you say? You want me to start getting into character? What did you say?
I told her because the character is a struggling mother, right? I wanted Brandy to go like, I wanted her to eat like spaghetti for like 2 weeks in a row. You know what I'm saying? And I literally wanted her to feed her son spaghetti for like 2-3 weeks to the point where he was frustrated with eating this damn spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? I want her to be late for work.
Tell him how you wanted the spaghetti, Hype.
Wieners.
Dry, just pasta with meatballs. Pasta. No ground meat, no sauce.
and tell me she wasn't gonna come to work and come to set like a frustrated single mother. She wasn't come there frustrated, brother.
Right. No, Pete talking about that spaghetti. I was trying not to eat it all.
Hey,
every take I was eating a bite and chewing and going, all right, next one. Y'all put some more on there because I ain't got hungry now.
But I do like that. I do like getting into character before you make it to set. I do like pre-production. I'm one of those people who can appreciate trying to live in your character's life before the camera starts rolling. It's just the preparation part. And what I do like also about Sierra's role is not being glamorous. Having to have my hair unkept, having to have my nails not done. I went to the nail shop to get my pretty nails taken off, and I told them make my nails ugly, and they looked at me like I was crazy. And I was like, no, seriously, they need to be ugly, and that's the look I was going for. My nails actually got messed up from trying to have my nails look bad for Sierra. Then my nails are just now growing back from October. So that's the thing about sacrifices. Like I couldn't care less about that. Thank God for press on, since I've had several roles after that, and you can put on press on nails and keep going. But I literally took a loss for my fingernails just to get what I wanted for that role. But I'm grateful because it put me in that headspace of not being so cute for every role, like really being in the nitty gritty and feeling like you are this person.
Because we was in the belly of the beast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate it because it's easy for us to play somebody that's cute, somebody that look good, somebody that's bad, outfit together, hair, face beat. But when you play this person that's like overlooked, downplayed, person who's mistreated, person who, you know, everybody, you get the short end of the stick all the time. You know, who wants to play those roles? Me, I do.
That's acting, right? I feel like that's acting. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can push yourself to be somebody, like she says, it's easy to play somebody. Man, you be excited to play a role when you put on a nice suit, a $3,000 Italian suit. You know what I'm saying? You be excited to wear that. You know what I mean? You be excited to play like you did in Jannard Harper's latest film with the Christmas movie with the red hair. You know what I'm saying? You be excited to play those type of roles, where you're looking just the best that you've looked in the past 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or in the past week, or whatever the case. You know what I'm saying? You be extremely excited. But when you got to play a role to where it's uncomfortable, man. It's uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to say I'm finna be on camera like that. My hair, I ain't gotta. We not finna just sit down in hair and makeup for 45 minutes to get styled and get fixed up and all that. Man, that's uncomfortable. And I'm finna perform. Just like you play the dope fiend in Bissonnette. You know what I'm saying?
I knew you was gonna bring that up. Everybody has to bring up me being a crackhead. I know. And they told me I was too thick to be a crackhead. I'm
talking about I ain't smoking enough though. You hear me?
It was my first day on the job, okay?
Yeah.
But I enjoy being that crackhead. Like for real, I took my role very seriously. I did. And my role was this big in that movie, and I wanted to make it bigger than that.
Come on, man.
Bad.
I love not being cute. You don't have to be cute all the time.
That's acting, man. That's acting, man.
You throw some mud on me, I'm good. Yeah, I like being somebody else. That's what I like.
We got another role in now where the guy had to become get into a compromising role and a compromising image in the movie. It's at the end of the trailer. Man, that's acting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like when you really can get outside of your body and become somebody that's just 100% truly not you.
Right.
Just not you whatsoever. Like this is not me. I'm finna play let's say Booker Eli. This man is blind. Man, Denzel can see better than me probably. Man, this man has to play a blind man. You know, and then the light bulb go off towards the end of the movie. The man is blind. But when you get into a role where you know, like you really have to perform, you have to be somebody else, and you got to talk. Yeah. And I remember I had one role that I casted a guy for, and I went to the extent I didn't end up doing it, but I considered because he had to play like a rough guy. I like a lot of my stories like come from grit. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to put rocks in his shoes so he can walk different, naturally. Cause you got rocks in your shoes, dude. You're gonna walk a little funny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, naturally. So I don't want you to forget it. I want you to naturally, man, I'm finna walk different. You know, when you like, I want you to act and perform. You know what I mean? So
gotcha.
And even as an actor, that's something we would love to do. Like just that discomfort, like make it uncomfortable, and then you don't want to forget, because that's hard. Like if you walking, you have to remember you got hurt, or you walking with a limp, or you got to change your voice. Sometimes you'll lose it, and you gotta constantly stay in that.
What you got on you, baby? What you
got?
Good over there?
Yeah, some start playing with my face. That was a struggle. Couple things as we get ready to wrap up here. First of all, thank y'all for joining tonight. We talk about this.
Thank you.
Tell us, well, you kind of gave us the premiere date of the movie, and what else you're getting ready to work on coming up, and how people can follow you.
Got a couple of projects coming up. I hope I got some things working in the pipeline. Hopefully, well, I'm not gonna say hopefully. I'm gonna claim that this year is gonna be an exceptional year, an amazing year for not only myself but everybody that on this live right now, and then everything that y'all come in contact with. And Hype's off on Instagram. Yeah, you know, I'm just I like to be out the way, low key out the way. You know, just create.
Brandy, what about you?
What, where you can find me?
We know it finds you. What 50 movies you got coming up?
We got Don't Miss the Bus coming up. We got Rent Free coming up. We got Mo City coming. It's a lot of projects. that everything is, we done filmed, we done edited, we waiting on release dates. So y'all check it out. I'm Brandy Specs on Instagram, Brandy with a Y, and then Brandy Specs also on Facebook.
Cory, can I ask you a question?
Got you, man. Again, yeah, go ahead, brother.
What's some advice you give to up and coming actors and things like that? And also, I know we got less than 5 minutes left. Something that you took. Give me your perspective on the script of Don't Miss the Bus and what you excited for the people to see.
Oh, great. So I wouldn't teeter far at all. Oh, am I going in out? We're just going out.
Yeah, it was.
I wouldn't teeter far at all from the advice that you all gave, as far as one, don't skip the steps. Go through the process. Learn. You know what I'm saying? Learn, intern, do everything you got to do. Be professional. Work on your attitude. Work on your character. Sometimes your character can get you in places that your performance may not necessarily get you at first. But if you're studious, then some people say, "Well, I can coach him up to where I need him to be." Hallelujah. But I just love how he carries himself in there. One of the things that I took from Don't Miss the Bus, which was incredible, again, it was the mixed emotions of what my character was doing. That was this thing that he felt that he had to do that almost came off like I need to win in this situation. But I think throughout time it became damn, I really care. You know what I'm saying? So for an actor, going through that process is finding where that switch and then where the audience can see that change happens from your facial expression, because there is a scene that people are going to see in this movie that they're going to see exactly what he feels in that moment right before this happens. And I think the way that you all shot it and captured it was very grand, because it was left upon me to now deliver this moment, to now put the exclamation on what people were going to see my character as. And I thought it was great. So those transitions, and that's what I talk to my people in my program about, is when you're finding those transitions, figure out what's happening when they are happening. Because you could go through a moment to where you're curious. You can go through a moment to where you're confused. You can go through a moment where you're triggered. But you have to paint the picture to your audience so they can walk through those, because it ain't always verbal. Because sometimes it's here. It's in the body. And that's what we did in there. So that I brought that back with me, because I immediately went to sharing that information of transfer of the compartmentalization of everything that you're doing and understand when it happens. That's why you have to be able to explain what your character is in a relationship that you have with him, and when you're moving forward. Because there's nothing you can do about being in this relationship with this character if you don't know what's going on about it. You have to get to know him. You have to get there. You have to do things and find out what this backstory is about, and then create some moments in there so you can grasp on it and deliver it. So that's what I took away from it. Was just that transfer of going through that emotion from coming from the guy that he was to where he landed, and then how it was captured in that moment.
Man, I love the way you express this art form, man. I really do. Even when we was on set, we was talking about something. I can't recall what it was, but every moment we talked about film, you were very profound in how you articulated, and it's refreshing. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I love it, man. You really awesome, Brandon. Thank you. I hope I'm looking at the side of the screen. Thank you.
I just love people working together. I see stuff in people, and I know your potential. I know your potential. I'm like, y'all need to work together.
Man, you know what I think we should do after the movie come out? I think we should come on and do this again, so that they can understand what exactly we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm with it. Kind of lost right now until they see it. But
can't say too much, right? Yep.
Right. I'm with it. Let's make that happen. Man. Let's keep it doing that. And the promotion is doing good, because I think the last time I thought it was at like 10,000 on Instagram when I was looking at the collaboration. So, man, kudos on that.
No, for sure.
Yeah, definitely kudos on that. Yeah, 9,000 on this other one. The other one you posted with the pics.
Come on now.
9,000.
We got to slow down. This joker like a 6 months away. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to burn them out. We ain't gonna post nothing else for another 4 months.
Yeah, no.
Then we're gonna hit them hard.
But yeah, let me know the day that you get ready to do the premiere, man, because I'm pulling up. The only thing will stop me from pulling up if I'm not here. But
Sure.
I'm there. I'm there.
Sure.
I know May I'm in New York for a little high spell working on a new movie, The Auction, where I play a sex trafficker.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Working clean.
Yeah. Say what?
You're a bad pajama.
It is, man. I tell you what, man. I got hype side. I got Brandy Specs on here. OP did leave us, man. But let me just tell y'all, man, it is a great thing. Give it up for my people. Wait, it didn't do it. My thing didn't come through. It didn't want to do it.
We got a sound effect.
It just the sound effects don't want to play. Oh man, they suck.
I wish I had 4 hands so I can get them sound effects. 4 thumbs down.
Oh,
you messed up.
It's me.
See, Cory, and see, this is why.
Let me try it again. Man, give my people love, and y'all know it go down right there.
Cory, I see that com card at the top of your screen. I like that.
Huh?
I like that you Google comp card. I see it at the top of your screen.
Which one?
It say comp card.
Which screen?
That's mine.
I got a couple screens up.
Oh, that's mine, I think.
Cause I'm like, what?
Very special individual.
I'm like, what? I'm like, what?
Individual.
Oh, that's
Never
mine.
I'm gonna let you out.
Right.
Of course, I'm trying to eat. They're acting a fool now. You chill out. I'm gonna let you out. But yeah, man, y'all stay tuned. Don't miss the bus. Hype South, Brandy Specs, Marvin Young, myself, H-Town to D-Town connected. Go ahead.
And Riley Doyle, the little boy.
Yeah.
Riley Doyle.
He was really cool. I had a lot of fun talking to him.
He's great.
I had a lot of fun talking to him.
Yeah.
We'll be back, y'all. Movie's releasing in June. We'll get some more information out. Y'all see the promos going up. We collaborated on everything. Once it come out, we're gonna come back. We're gonna talk about this again, man. Until the meantime, man, in between time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay tuned. Don't let loose. Just keep us close, baby. Hold us. We're doing this together like Wakanda. We all in that thing. You know what I'm saying? It is. And I want to send a special shout out, man, and a special salute, man. We lost a legend today. He get confirmed. And then, as a matter of fact, I want to stop that. We did lose a legend today. Salute to Michael Watts, 5,000 Watts, and his family, man. Not only Houston with a great loss, his family great loss, but to everybody that has experienced the Swisher House, run, man. In my house, we finna bump Swisher House all next week. That's ours from the burn, man. Y'all have anything you want to say about that, buddy? I was leave it out.
Much love to DJ Michael Watts, to Tammy Watts, the whole Swisher House family. I'm done. If y'all go on the Spotify or Child Time TV on YouTube, I've done 2 interviews with Michael Watts over the course of the past few years. Check those out, man. Long live Michael Watts. It's crazy what we got to deal with down in Houston with just these guys passing away, man. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, but God rest his soul. Salute to him, man. I've been a good friend with him, good associates with him for, like 10 years. So salute to Michael Watts. Rest in heaven, big brother.
Salute, man.
Yeah, thank y'all for saying that. I'm just now finding out right now.
Oh, really?
You know what? I'm not trying to be funny. When you was saying that, I thought you was talking about the actress from Home Alone.
Yeah, we lost. Man, Kevin ain't gonna have nobody watching now. My man, daddy gone.
Yeah, I that is a shocker. I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Jeez.
Rest in peace, man. But we gonna get up out of here, man. We thank y'all for joining on up here. Y'all know what it is. It's your main man in the building, man. I've got Hype South in here with me. Hey, Brandy Specs with me. H-Town, D-Town connected like my boy Slim Thug said a long time ago when he was on the album with GSR going in there, man. Stay tuned. We'll be back after June to bring you more that came from Don't Miss the Bus, the big tune. You know what I mean? And we're going to party out this thing. We just tell them how we do it one time when we see them out of here.
Yeah, ain't even put me out there like this.
Oh, come on.
Some of the comments.
Oh.
I ain't see.
Oh, that's a lot of